Hey guys, welcome to the third session on ggplot2. In this session, we will focus on a bit advanced option that is available for data visualization that is called themes. So let's go ahead and get started. So themes in ggplot2 help us to control the non-data portions of the plot. Now, data visualization, while the most important part obviously on your plot is your data, but if you are not representing your data in a way that is uh, looking nice and is pleasing to the eyes and drawing the attention of people to the right parts and is defined in such a way that makes sense to the audience, then it doesn't really make much of an impact. So you should not really just focus on the data itself, you should also focus on all these additional elements which enhance the plot and make it stand out. And themes help us to do that. They help us to create a harmonious picture by combining all the different aspects of your graph together. And if you are part of an organization, every organization, they have their own brand, they have their own style, they have their own colors. And if this organization has been there for some time, they probably already have defined what kind of fonts, what kind of backgrounds and colors they want to use on their visuals. But if they haven't, then it could be one of your jobs to first do that. And if it's not at an organization level, it could be even just for a particular presentation that you want to use one theme for all the plots that are in that presentation, right? So that it all ties together and says the same story, and it looks part of one story, of one picture. So themes are really important, and they will play a big role when you become somebody that is really good in creating visuals. So definitely pay attention to themes, know how to work with them. And so let's see what are the options we have. So in ggplot2, theming system has elements, which basically are all the different elements that are available to you, like plot titles, the axis, the legends, and then the functions which help us to customize all these different elements. And then they all go into the theme function, and then we also have complete themes, which are built-in themes present in ggplot2, which you can either use directly, or you can uh, customize them, or you can build your own themes from scratch. So all of these options are present in ggplot2, which makes it so much more flexible and so much powerful than something like Tableau, where you don't really have this level of flexibility available to you. Although I love Tableau, I don't want to say that it's not a great tool, but it's just ggplot2 is so powerful. Okay, so this is a plot where themes has not been applied, and this is just the very basic plot that comes up. And here is the same plot after we have applied themes and made some other adjustments to make it look a bit nicer and a bit more professional. We have the names, the access names looking better. We have our legend. We have a plot title, right? And these are just few of the adjustments that you can make using the options available in ggplot2 and themes, but there are actually so many options, and you can go ahead and explore them further. But let's now open R quickly and look at the code that we need to create this kind of a plot. Okay guys, so here we are on R. Let me clean up the previous plots that I did. So this is the iris data set. So if you have not seen it before, then it has four different columns which carry numerical data about sepal length, sepal width, petal length, and petal width. And then it has a species column which contains three different species, which is discrete data. So that's how the data set looks like. It's a small data set. It has only 150 rows of data, and it comes pre-built within R, so you can easily access this data set and work with it. So we have the data set ready. So this is the entire piece of code that I have written to generate the second plot that we saw. So here few new things that we haven't seen in the last two presentations. One is this one, which is labels, and then we have a new function called scale underscore color underscore brewer, and then finally we have the theme function, and within that we have plot title, we have legend background, justification, legend position, axis, panel grid major, minor, and all of these have different elements, and they all pretty much follow the same structure. So we have the chart element that we want to customize, and then we have a function that kind of begins with element underscore something. For example, here we have element underscore text. Here we have element underscore rect. Then we have element underscore line. And then we have element underscore blank, which means just leave it blank. And then within that function, we are passing the different arguments to customize it. And to be frank, I don't remember all of these options, and there's no need to remember. It's just you should know what it is you want to build, and then you can look it up how you can do it. You don't really need to remember it, but once you start working with it slowly, you will remember a lot of things. But don't get scared with all of these things. Maybe if you just have a book or a tutorial to guide you, you can get started, and then slowly you can you'll get a hang of it. But these are some of the options in theme, and these are not all. There are other options as well, but these are some of the options that you can use. And then the label thing here, obviously we would like to make our labels look good, because many times in the columns the label names would be something that makes no sense, and we cannot really present it that way to to a vice president or some C-level employee. We cannot show them like that. So we must make sure that our labels are proper meaningful words and phrases. So that's what this helps us to do, and it also has option to give a meaningful title to our plot. So go ahead and explore how you can use labels, and then the scale color brewer that helps us to assign different palettes. So here there's a palette called dark 2, again something that is present within ggplot2, and there are so many palettes. I don't remember all of them, but you can always look it up. If you know that there is an option called palette, you can always go and look up what are the different palettes available, right? And so just know what are the options available to you, and anytime you want to use them, you can always look up the syntax, and then after you use it for a while, you will know how to write it without looking at the at some reference. So okay, so let's now run the entire thing and see how this looks like. Okay, so that's the final plot that I was showing you. If you see, the names of the labels have now changed. We have a nice legend over here, and then we also have a plot title. We have different color scheme here, so you can play around with the color scheme, and you can see what other options you can give, and you can play around with all these colors, the sizes, the locations, the location of the legend. If I have given 1 0, so it means 1 on x-axis and 0 on y-axis, so that's this. And if I had given 1 1, it would have been over here, but that's not a good place to put it because it kind of covers half the uh, information on the plot. So find a good place to place your legend. It's a good position is at the corner, or maybe at the bottom, or even on the side. So work around and see with what works best for you. All right, so that was the presentation for today. Themes is a great option to make your graphs look so much nicer. Go ahead and use it. And if you have any questions, as always, go ahead and ask me. And if you like this video, then give us a thumbs up, and also subscribe to our channel and follow us on Facebook. Thank you so much, guys. I will be, I think, talking to you again on Thursday. Thanks.